We're doing an unboxing video with the new Hero 5 in 4.3, 2.7K, 4.3, Kitty Cat, Extreme View, Chewbacca, bok, 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 bok. One of my other previous unboxings where I'm using my standard Havalon knife, which is apparently fucking gone. They're like, you're using the wrong knife. You got to use one of these, and I forget what it was called, and I forget what it cost. It was cheapish, and they're like, you got to buy one of these. Brass. I think Chinese. Like it's a no lock. It's just like you could see that this is just one piece of metal, and then you have a thumb hold, and that's apparently what you should be using, or I should be using. So let's unbox things with it. And obviously all the links to all these things. Now, some things have been here, and I'm going to reopen them because I should have had an unboxing, but there was like only 2 things arrived. The Kefs, I know you all want to see me open the Q100s and jack off on those, but we're not going to do that right now. I'll orient this a little better. First thing we're going to look at is something that arrived a while ago, which are the Noctua fans that if I decide to really start experimenting with the Synology, which, by the way, look at all the cat hair that this is prevented from going inside of it. The 80s in the back. And I apologize for the audio. I may make this mono because it's really, this GoPro has got some fucked up problems. I would unbox the GoPro, but I've already unboxed the GoPro. So anyway, Noctua. This is what a Noctua fan looks like when you buy it. It looks like it was engineered amazingly. Rubber. Oh. Look at the slotting around the outside of the vent. All this is for quieter operation. This whole computer, like 7 fans, 2 on the graphics card, 2 in the back, 2 on this thing, and 1 somewhere else. All Noctua. God bless you, sneezy boots. How's this crazy feel of you treating you? I don't know how it's going to work out, or if the audio is going to be usable. Yeah, so 0.84 of a watt or 0.07 amps. Bought 2 of them. They weren't that cheap. Look at all the adapters it comes with. So it comes with a standard. This is not a pulse width modulation fan. It's only 3-pin. So it comes with a 3-pin to full-size Molex, and then a 3-pin to 3-pin extension. Low noise adapter. I'm sorry. This is a low noise adapter, so you can actually run this at lower voltage. Which makes no fucking sense because it's a goddamn Noctua, and it's already low noise because it's a Noctua. Then you've got, what, this might just be a straight up extension. Yeah, it's an extension. Then you've got another low noise adapter. Why are there 2? Are they the same model? No. One is the RC10, one is the RC12. So one is a more low noise adapter than the other. 4 standard fan screws. And then the little rubber nipple titties that, instead of screwing the things in, you pop these through the screw holes and then pull the little nipple titties through, and it'll just stay there and be isolated. So, oh my God, the mess. I love how I'm using my NAS as a table now. So I got 2 of those. There you go. Chewbacca, you hanging out? I got to open those speakers too. Those are the TEC LS301s, which came with the TEC AI 301DA, which I'll look at, even though unboxing it was irrelevant. So this is good. We're done with that. I bought 2 of these. What are these, Zeus? MPOW model MPBH045AB. I need some water for that. Give me some of that sweet liquid. Sweet refreshment. Why did I buy 2 Bluetooth adapters? Well, MPOW was the Bluetooth adapter I bought way back in the day that I said, hey, you could turn any headphone into a headset. And indeed, if you wanted just Bluetooth headphones, you buy this thing. And this is the newer revision, by the way. Get the fucker. It's that knife. I'm going to pry it out. Okay. You buy this thing, which looks like this. Wow, they really are protecting the hell out of your Bluetooth adapter. Like watches are not as protected as that. There's your output. Here's your control, volume, here's a microphone, here's the pair button, here's your play, pause, power, there's your charge, and this switch is why I bought 2 of them. You could set this to receive, RX, or transmit, TX. So the way that would work is if you have Bluetooth headphones already, you could plug this into your sound card and it'll then become a transmitter and your Bluetooth headphones will work. Or if you have regular headphones these are plugged into and you've got a device like your phone that's transmitting Bluetooth, this will become a receiver. But my question is, if I have 2 of them, can I get them to talk to each other and I can send any analog signal back and forth on Bluetooth 4.12? Because that's what these are. These are the highest, newest revision of Bluetooth available today. Look at what it comes with. It comes with 3.5 stereo, another 3.5 stereo little baby thing, which are super cool and hard to find. Good luck finding that. That's what I had stuck this into my Fidelio X1s, and boom, now I have Bluetooth Fidelio X1s. So there's a regular cable. Here's 3.5mm RCA, and that is a shitty RCA connector. Haven't seen those since the game consoles of the 80s. And then your little charging wire, which is just a standard USB micro. And anyway, I got 2 of them, and one of them is a slightly different color, and it cost me a fucking $1 to have one be a slightly different color. It better be a slightly different color, or I'm gonna be pissy, and I think it is. Oh my god, it's so protected. Yeah. They didn't have to be different colors, but if I'm gonna have 2 of them, I want to make sure I know which one is doing what without drawing on it with a magic marker. So I'm gonna set one of these to transmit, one of them to receive, and I don't know how that's gonna work. It may not work, because how am I gonna pair them? But it's gonna be fun to find out. Because then I could imagine, I could just have an output of a thing to an input of a thing, then it covers all the bases. And maybe I could even get a microphone to work across this and I could have a wireless microphone. Because it shouldn't matter. It's just making an invisible 3.5mm extension cord. It's what I'm hoping is going to happen. Oh, so many fucking wires. And adapters. And a user manual. I need to keep one user manual at least. Right, garbage. Have a user manual in there? Garbage. These have been sitting in my apartment. In case you haven't realized it, by the way, when I get something, I won't just run and open it up and try it for 5 days and then I'll review it. I don't do that. That's not how Zeos functions. Zeos functions at a higher level. And by higher level, I mean I put things to the side and say, fuck it, I got other things to do. Which is why people's stuff is still sitting here. These are the RBH, yes, like the speaker brand that made me love RBH, beryllium driver HP2s, and these were $200. And I've yet to open them, and they've been here for a couple weeks. Because I bought them. When I buy something, I'm not in a rush. Okay, so that's one. Is this going to have a second box, or does this open up? Oh, the thing. Oh, I should point this out. This was taped to the outside of that bag, which is why I didn't open it up. RBH earphones and headphones, stabilizing spacer for iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, blah, 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 blah. So apparently for rest results, use only with 4-conductor headphone jack. So it's got a fork pole, because it's going to have a microphone, and then it gives you these little rubber washers, these little fucking tiny rubber washers that you're never going to keep track of, that you have to stick there so that when you plug it into an iPhone, it doesn't fail to make contact. If I forget about that during review. Wow, this thing is laid out. Wow! Oh, a coiled wire. That's a standard. If I hear her jump up on a chair, something is the matter. Calm. Calm. Dude, I have to open this. Look at this. There's a manual. Here is the 4-pole. This is the 4-pole. So there's a microphone on this, I assume. Yeah, right there. Microphone and button, single button. But look, fuck that wire. Look at the spooled wire ties that are not actually tied off. They're just looped around. because this is a silicone. I'm telling you what this is because I'm just discovering now. This is a silicone tube with a fabric cable in it. That is awesome. How much are these? $200? Wow, that is short. That is short. 3 foot, maybe? 40, 30, something. How tall is the door? Just under nipple height. Wow. But that is, I'm going to say this. The size of these little heads and the knurling here on the metal, and it says RBH, into a strainer leaf, into this just awesome it's silicone. It's a silicone tube. That is sexy as shit. Zeos fucking approves of that cable. I'm just going to give these a good review for that. Right? They've ruined me. And this is a normal cable. I don't know why I would do that. I mean, I guess, okay. So that's awesome. Velcro that closed. It's like a half velvet. What? I guess that works. Oh, that's a small box. These are getting smaller by the minute. If this is in another box, I hate when they have both zippers on one side. That should have been in the center. It says RBH. Smells like brand new sneakers. I love that smell. Weird double bag thing where it's an entrance here and then behind it. Elastic. They're light. They're small. They don't feel very high. I mean, you know what? I don't want to say they don't feel high quality yet. I'm so used to just things being either insanely well built oddities or total shit that I'm not used to this middle ground. I'll say this: the pads are not looking disappointing. They're not as big as HM5 pads. Obviously, that's a 2-knuckle pad, but it's stretchy and soft. 3.5 millimeter input. We've got vent holes there and there. They don't twist. They twist forward. They don't twist back. Let's see what they feel like. Oh yeah. Oh, we got some comfort winners straight out of the bag. Obviously, all this stuff has to stay in line for the review. What a complicated box mechanism. It's got like a multi-box discount going on. And then this, and then those. Actually, they're doing a pretty good job of blocking sound because I'm trying to talk and it's sounding weird in my brain. Well, we'll find out how these actually sound later on today. Now, a gift from a man from Israel, or at least a review item that has to go back to Israel, which is going to be hysterical, by the way. Here are the original pads. These are the GS1000Is. And if you don't know, way back in the day, and I'm talking way back in the day, before I could afford headphones, these were one of the pairs of headphones I admired the most. That's right, Grados. Not Grottos, or they are Grottos and not Grottos. Look at them. These are at the New York Audio Show, which was, I went there for speakers, and I was like, oh, they have headphones too. And the Woo Audio Jack had the Fireflies that were just released, and a pair of these. These are new pads, by the way. Those are the original pads. The owner in Israel was like, I'm going to order new pads before I send them to you. Thank you, because they're cancering up my table. And he says that looks worse than when he sent them, so I think that the plane ride and then the truck ride sort of screwed with it. You can't deny the look. However, the fucking headband is the same headband on the 60. Oh, and it comes with a 3.5 millimeter to 1/4 inch adapter, which is in the other room, and an extension cable. This is just a 1/4 inch extension cable that says Grado on it, and it's huge. It's soft. Oh, they could spank with that. later. But yeah, that's absurd. That's an absurd thing to include. I mean, it comes with a cable. It can hit the floor. So, oh, it's also the size of an extension cord. Like, I mean, here's the power cable for the NAS, and here's the network cable. It's bigger than both of those. The only thing it's not bigger than is the gas line for the Zeos blowtorch, which, just in case I need to clean my table, I have the blowtorch there. So I've been playing with these for like an hour and a half now. I put them back in their box. Just look at them. Because they'll always be special to me. They've always been that headphone. Before I could afford headphones and I was playing with headphones, I was like, what? Brooklyn-made grade? I would say, I don't know, grottos back in the day. Like grotto. Like when you get married in the grotto. Ugh. So yeah, these. But people seem to think I hate Grado. And I've only given 2 reviews. The 60s and the 500s. And those 500s were a fucking rip. We'll see what those do. Did that. I got 2 speakers left. Alright, baby speakers. Actually, no. I'll put these down and then I'm going to pick something up. GemTube. Oh. Someone sent me this to look at. I'm going to have to pull it out. Look how cool that looks in there. There's so many capacitors and silver cables. This is a speaker amp. You know why I know that? Because there's no headphone plug. 2 tubes, 2 transformers, and on the back of the 2 transformers, those are banana inputs. And there's your power, and there's your signal, and you're done. And there's your that's it. You get that and a volume knob. And I've yet to hook this up yet, but I think that looks cool as shit for a thing. And it's not too much money. I'll find the link for it. I forget the actual specific price. Whatever material, like metal this is, just exudes quality and like high end. I don't really like the metal feet though. I mean, it's going to work good on my desk. It's made of rubber, but usually you want feet to be made out of rubber. And then this, which was a mass drop special, which was these 2 things, because I said, all right, if I'm going to get, I have the 101DA. I love my 101DA. But at some point, I'm going to be getting that woo-wee electrostatic converter inverter energizer thingy. And I'm using the 101DA on it, and it's fucking fantastic. But what if I want a little more, and I just want to just taste a little more, a little feature? So here you go. Here's the 301. And again, it looks just... TX has got their shit together as far as looks go. 1/4-inch headphone out, power, source, and you get USB, fucking Bluetooth, coaxial input, optical input, and 2 line inputs that are analog. I want to see those? Let's turn to the back. Boom! Boom, boom, boom. Bluetooth is an update USB port. There's a regular USB port. There's a subwoofer out, which again is just going to be a summed thing. There's no option to change what comes out of that. So it's still not like a receiver where you could tell the subwoofer to do things or tell this to like not output bass. So it's that, but I mean, at this point, it's so small and light. And by the way, remote control, volume, line, power. And it's got controls here because TX makes a CD player. She wanted to integrate a CD player into it. And actually a vent. I can't see any openings in that. I think it might just be for heat dissipation. Maybe they've put the actual thingamabobs that make hotness go. Oh, geez. Oh, Jesus. I'm not sure if I prefer this knife over my Havilon for this sort of work. I feel like I should keep this clean and then take it to like a Benihana's and cut up my food with it. It's super weird how that's like, you have to hold that to keep it down. Oh, God. Just... because you can cut cigar. Oh, you know what? Maybe you can cut cigars with it too. Right there. It's cute. I like it. All right, speakers out, and then we get to the big Kefs, which I know you're all waiting for. Enough people had said, Kef, LS50s, Kef, LS50s, Kef, LS50s. Fuck you, Q100s. Speaker wire. That's a rare thing. And feet. So it comes with little baby gauge speaker wire, which I guess if they're selling to you as a combo with the amp, they need to provide, like, that's it. Now you can hook it up. Plug that in, Bluetooth, and you're good to go. Oh, also the power cable that came with this TAC, I threw in a pile because it is so thick. It's the thickness of something I'd expected of like a 700 watt amplifier, and it was just folded and janky. I'm like, I'll just find a fucking old one that I don't need and use that, because that thing is retarded. Free baby speakers, free baby speakers. If nothing else, I'll probably coaxial two-way speaker system. I didn't actually do a lot of research into this. I just said, oh, look, I can get speakers with it. Oh, it was broken. So I'll take good care of these, and then these will probably be a Patreon item, which there's going to be, I'm announcing it here in this video, and I will not announce it anywhere else. There's going to be like a yard sale on my Patreon soon. I'm making a pile of things that I've had for a while that I just don't need. The DAC X6 and the newer Foss XTR70s that I picked up, things like that are all going to get thrown into one massive post, and whoever's on Patreon and wants to bid on that shit can do it. Interesting. Looks weird. It's basically a car speaker. Well, I'm sure it's a little better than that. So here's your tweeter floating above your... And that's weird. The same material that they've got for the cone, they've got for the surround. So it's like a fabric. I haven't seen that shit in a minute. 6 ohm, 50 watts, baby port, standard plugs. Actually, a nice finish. I mean, like, I know it's vinyl. It's a little weird how they have a seam here. So they've actually, like, completed the box, finished it, and then they completed these things and bolted them on the sides. Do I have to take them both out? No, I think we're good with one. What I will take both out is this, however. And by the way, if anyone can get me a roll of Kef tape, that'd be awesome. I tape up all my boxes with Kef tape. I forget anything over there? TX things? Corner's a little mangled. Oh, and I wanted these in white so fucking bad. I was just gonna not buy them because they were the standard black, and I'm like, I'm tired of black speakers. White! And then I found a seller. It was actually Kef's marketplace seller on Amazon. And I'm like, oh shit, I can get the white ones for $300. Same price as the black ones. And I ordered it, and 25 minutes later, after I told everyone I ordered the white ones, oh sorry, they're out of stock. So I said, screw you, and I ended up buying whatever color these are. Does it say it? Designed and engineered in the UK. I know they're not black, and I know they're not white. Are they walnut? These might be the American walnut. I think that's what I got. So we got port plugs, instruction manuals, very thick, heavy, like, oh, legs and feet. Hold that TAC. And of course it's mounted like a, actually wait, can I do, okay, that's, come on. These might also be a Patreon. I mean, look, I don't need, those are borrowed, thank God. Everything there is borrowed and going away. But I bought these, so unless I sell them, then I have to keep them. And I've already bought so many speakers, so if these change my world, I'll probably keep them. But if they don't change my world and they're just really good speakers, well, I don't need any more really good speakers. I've already got really good speakers. AKA Pucarts and JBLs and all sorts of other things. So these would be, this is a small enough box that continental United States is sort of like a thing. And again, if I want to do international, I have to ask you for some help in that. Because again, I sell for the highest bidder, but it's usually under, I feel awkward taking this out of here because it's so high. Can I get my arm underneath the speaker? I can. There we go. It's precariously balanced this on the back of my couch. And then precarious this back on. Oh, this is perfectly safe. Perfectly safe. Everything's good. Oh, God, there's grotto dust everywhere. It's going to get sucked into the NAS and destroy my hard drive array. It'll be a 5-drive failure, full failure, because of grotto dust. I'm impressed already. They're deep as shit, man. My God. Interesting stuff happening in the back. Why is the front so heavy all of a sudden? Okay. Oh, you know what? They're top heavy. First thing I noticed, touching them, good texture on this. Jesus. Second thing I noticed, sharp corners. I mean, that's like not even trying to be... I like sharp corners. Don't think that's a bad thing that I'm saying that. I know you don't want to see the front, but I'm going to torture you a bit. Break my table. Actually, I'm going to lay it. We have got low frequency and high frequency terminals with the caps permanently mounted because UK and they can't have banana plugs there. Or it's EU. There was a whole argument when I said this shit last time that the EU doesn't allow banana plugs because they can plug into their outlets because all the UK and stuff outlets are basically banana plug compatible. So I'd have to pop those out to use that. And there's no bridge like you would normally see, but instead there are link things, which is that seriously? That is over-engineered as fuck. So instead of having a bridge of just like a piece of wire or a metal plate that goes between the two, there's apparently this knob that I'm assuming has 2 contacts under it, and this is metal, and you screw it down and it makes contact across to link the top and bottom. That's some aspy shit there. 8 ohms, 10 to 100 watts, made in China. Everything's made in China. At least it's... If you have enough good people in China, in the factories, you can make beautiful things in China. But not many companies bother. What is that? I want to come off. All right, here we go. Remove before use. So there's little panels of foam and cardboard. Those are really nice. Happy now? Happy? Happy now? Okay. What a weird surround. So there's your external thing, and there's your tweeter under these fucking sharp metal motherfuckers. The real pronounced cone shape. And that's it. It's coaxial. It's the same as a TX. It's the same as little baby TX. Except this has a front port. And God, they're pretty. I still think that the Yamos, these are now competing with Yamos as far as like best looking speaker. Let's take a look at this grill. Save all the things. Save all the things. Yeah, it's another one of those useless grills that if you put on, you're a masochist. Sadist. A maso-sadist. I think that's it for the unboxing stuff. Because now I've got to go and sort all this shit out and put it back where it belongs. So, again, I will make an entire video dedicated to showing you how to make the world's greatest paper airplane. Trust me, it's the greatest. That'll fly across the street and kill somebody. Ready, Chewbacca? She's not amused. Alright, I'm going to go try some things and stuff. And tell me what you think about this video shape. Because I know it's not 16:9, my head exploded. But no one really watches full screen. I'm imagining my YouTube videos are not being watched full screen. A, vomit. And B, who the fuck watches YouTube videos full screen unless you're sitting in like your living room? But, yeah, and the audio, I don't know what it sounds like. I'll fix it. If I don't think it's up to spec, I'll fucking tweak the shit out of it. But, yeah. Oh, God. That can't be wider than a human head. That's got to be fine. Alright, moving on. Oh, wait, I don't know where the button is. The button, I'll have to reach right hand. Oh, actually, no, wait, I can do this. Hold on. GoPro, stop recording.